Hey kids, welcome back to Worth the Spin. I'm your host, Just Jack. Alright, still hanging out here, still just killing time. Making a video that I know a video before this I said kind of a question if you wanted to see this or not, I'd do it, but I got impatient, I have nothing to do, so I made it anyway. So will it get posted? We'll see. I might be just wasting my time. Well, we'll find out. Alright, so we're going to take a look at, so we've been through my Beatles stuff, now we're going to look at my solo stuff, and so we're going to start with John, because my favorite Beatle, and why would you not? So let's take a look at what I've got as far as LP-wise for him, and quite a bit here. So we might not do the 45s today, we'll kind of see. Alrighty, starting off, we have the two versions. And this is a first pressing from January of '69. And I think we all know what's in store here in this little cover, but let's take a look just in case. That's enough. I'm in enough trouble with YouTube, no point getting in anymore. There you go. There you go. Alrighty, next album up. Unfinished Music, number 2, Life with the Lions. And this is the first pressing. And this is on the Zapple label. It's the front cover. I'm assuming everybody's quite familiar with the back cover. I do not have an inner sleeve for this one. So what the original inner sleeve looks like, I'm not sure. I probably am, but I don't remember everything in the world. And this is your record on Zapple. Alright, let's buzz through here. Next up, we have... Ooh, sorry. I forget how I do things sometimes. Next up, we have the Wedding album. And this is a box set, and this is the Wedding album, and it's inviting you into the wedding of John and Yoko. This is a first pressing, and it's in pretty good condition. It's got a few issues there going on with it. Somebody stuck some tape all over it. A little bit of damage to the side right there. But for the most part, this is pretty good. And this is a UK copy. It's not an American one. This is a UK copy. And I'm not going to take all the stuff out of here because it's a lot of stuff. And I don't want to take it all out of there because, you know. So usually box sets, I take my records out of box sets and I put them in their own individual sleeves because that's just how I am. Getting in and out of these box sets are, to me, a bit of a pain in the butt. So I just do it this way. It's just easier. So this is the, like I said, this is a British copy and not an American one. Front cover, inside, back cover. All right, there you go. Pretty much the same as the US one. I do have the US one, but it doesn't have, I don't have the box for it. But I have the cover and the record and all the goodies. I just don't have the actual box for it. That's the way I found it. And this would be side A, followed by side B. And yeah, so it's stuck somewhere else. I just thought I would show the British one since I have the actual box that it goes to. And it needs to be flipped. I gotta put things in a certain way here, otherwise, like I said, we'll have records all over the place. Next up, Plastic Ono Band, live piece in Toronto. First pressing from December of '69. I had 2 of these, and I let one get away. I probably should have kept it, but it doesn't really matter because it's pretty much the same anyway. That's your front cover. Back cover is pretty much, you know, sort of kind of, not really the same, but, you know, it's the same enough. And both of them had the calendar. It was different versions of the calendar. And I let somebody talk me into trading one for an album. And we'll show you that album. Slide that back in there. And I don't keep the calendar in there with it no more. I used to, but I was afraid that the wire was causing damage to the cover, so I don't do it anymore. I keep it separate. This is the calendar that goes to it. And I had the second version of it that didn't have this. It was just a big staples in there that folded it over, and let somebody talk me into a trade, which was good. I'm happy with the trade. I just kind of like to have all 3 versions of this calendar, and I've only ever come across the 2. But I don't keep the calendar in there no more because I'm afraid of it damaging the cover. Next up is probably one of my all-time favorites. John Lennon, Plastic Ono Band. I love this album so much for many different reasons. And I think one day we're going to sit down and we're going to do a little review of all of the Beatles album solo and as a band, and we'll chit chat about why I like them and why I think about them the way I do. And this would be your record, as far as I know, the first pressing, but I could always be wrong. Since I was 5 years old when this album came out originally, I'm just assuming this one I got years ago was the first pressing. All right, next up, we have the deluxe, the anniversary, whatever you call it, the dip in the pockets for the extra money that you might have left after lunch version of Plastic Ono Band. It's the remastered, enhanced, whatever. That's the cover. 2 record set that has the bonus thingies on there. So I have that there, and I also have what you probably can't see. You see a little bit right there in that corner. Ooh, you like that? That's 3D effect. That's cool. Right over there, I have the CD version of the Ultimate box set that has all the bonus stuff with it. Next up, another favorite album, Imagine, of course. How could this not be anybody's favorite John Lennon album, or one of them? And this is in really good shape. I do have a bit of a corner that's missing right there. Has the original inner sleeve to it and everything else. And I'm just kind of laziest today. We're not going to take everything out. I do have, well, you know what? You talked me into it. You talked me into it. So not only do I have the original inner sleeve that came with it, I'm going to trump that inner sleeve. Well, I'm sure somebody out there's going, yeah, I got that inner sleeve. Not that big a deal. Possibly not. That's why I hate taking things out sometimes. They don't go back in. I also have the original poster, which is in really good condition. It doesn't have any pinholes in it. And looks really awesome, in case you don't know. John's up. He plays the piano upside down. He's that good. Alright, we'll put that back in there. And I have not one, but 2 of the postcards that originally came with it. So that's really cool. And I did have a second one of these that had both postcards in it. And it was a UK copy. And yeah, I let somebody talk me out of that one too. But, you know, that's okay. I've got one, so it's good enough. I wish I had the second one still, but it doesn't really matter. As long as you have one, you have enough. So we'll put that back in there. So yeah, those postcards are not the easiest things to find, for sure. Neither is the calendar. At least in my area, maybe in yours it is, but in my travels through my collectability of the Beatles, and it's not been so. And here we have the anniversary edition of Imagine. And this is on white vinyl. There's also a box set of that, which I don't have. I was going to get it one time, but I was like, I don't know. It's a little expensive, and so I'll just kind of pass on it. And here we have, and let me, just so there's no issues, here we have Sometime in New York City. I'm just going to act silly here because I've actually seen this record with a black square there now. So I don't know if that's something new that they're reissuing them with a black square there, or if there's some shenanigans by the store that are selling them. I don't know, but I did see that. That's your inside. And I think that's kind of, I think we're kind of being really silly. But that's me. And there's the back cover. I always thought this was a great design. I really did. For a John Lennon album. It's not one of my more favorite albums. It has some good songs on there I like. I do love the second album, the live jam stuff. But yeah, this is just a little too political for me. And this has the etched run out, and it is, I don't think you can see it, but this is one that has the etched run out, and I don't think they're that hard to find. You can't see it. There you go. That's the etched run out. That has the message in there. John and Yoko forever. Peace on earth and goodwill to all. And that's pretty cool. I don't really know if that's a rare thing to find or not. I had one person tell me it is a pretty rare thing to find, and someone else told me that it's on every one of them. So I don't know, but mine is the etched one from June of 72. Next up, we have the EP that came out for Record Store Day. The 4-track, letting us know that this Power to the People concert that we were all waiting to hear, I was waiting to hear, was finally going to come out. So there, and it's on yellow vinyl, which is my favorite color. I appreciate that, guys. Alrighty, and then, of course, hey, it came out in this nice big super, one of these super deluxe, way too expensive sets. So I missed my chance at Walmart to get the fancy smancy CD, 50 CD thing or whatever. It was like crazy on sale, pre-order for like $69. I missed my chance to get it, but that's fine. So I got the 4 album set instead, and it was a little more in my price tag. And I keep the plastic on here because I don't want this linear cover to get messed up. And you can still open it to get all in the little goodies out here if you want to. But yeah, I just don't want it to get messed up. And of course, being me, it's just me. I've taken the individual albums out and put them in their own sleeves because I don't want them to get messed up. And getting in and out of the box sets, like I said, is a bit of a pain, at least it is for me. And this is the other 2 albums that were in there. This is the cover. I do love that picture of John and Yoko. And it's the inside. And this is one of the 2 records. I think everybody's seen it enough. I probably don't have to take it completely apart for you to look at. Alright, this is another Record Store Day exclusive. This is a limited edition audiophile, whatever, black 180 gram EP of Mind Games. It sounds very good. It was cut in Germany. I think the German pressing one sounds a lot better. Albums, personally. It's the back cover, in case somebody hasn't gotten this. And when they did on Record Store Day, they had mixed in with the regular ones, glow-in-the-dark ones. And it told you right on the cover that was glow-in-the-dark. And this would be it right here. And I have not opened it because you've got to shine a flashlight on it for it to actually see it. So this tells you right here that's what it is. So that seems like a lot of work. I thought you could just like leave it under a light and let it glow, but I'm told no, you got to put a flashlight on it as it, in order to see the glow in the dark effect. That's again a lot of work for me. All right, Mind Games, October '73, first pressing. I do not have the Newtopia sign-up sheet in here, unfortunately. That did not come in my copy, and I have not been able to find a copy of that over the years. I know when I originally had my original Beatles collection, I had the sign-up sheet for it. I had a couple. I had one somebody signed and put back in a record and never mailed off. And then I had one that was in a record that was completely blank. I thought the signed up one was pretty cool. I don't know why I didn't mail it in, but I thought that was pretty cool. And I do not have the super deluxe smancy fancy any version of this. I am watching for it used. Usually those expensive box sets, I'll watch for them to hit used and get them. Like the Plastic Ono Band one, I got that for like $60. So I watch for them used, gently used, and I try to get them that way because these things, I got most of my. That's how I got pretty much all the Beatle ones. I just watch for them used. Because it's just really crazy money to buy these things. And I don't have to have all that bonus stuff right off the bat. Because honestly, I'm not going to spend tons of time listening to all the bonus stuff. I'll listen to it, depending on how good it is, multiple times maybe. But it's not something I'm going to listen to the bonus stuff on here, to be honest with you. So I'm good with waiting down the road when I can afford it at a little bit better price. Alright, and then here we have the ultimate mixes of the Mind Games. And I went through, I'm not gonna lie, this is my 3rd or 4th copy, and I think 3rd, and I finally just told them, that's the record, one of them. That is basically after the 3rd one. I said, hey, just so FYI, still warped. I'm not gonna ask for another one because I had 3 copies of the same thing, and they didn't want them back, and I just know what can I do with them? Can't trade them off. These guys know me at record stores, so if I bring it in and trade it off, and they'll say, hey, by the way, this is warped as crap. And they sell it to somebody, and they bring it back and say, hey, I bought this record. It's warped as crap. And I'm going to say, damn it, Jack. So And if I say, hey, this is all warped, I'm going to get maybe $2, if even that, for it. So, I just don't, they're floating around at Goodwill somewhere. Walls and Bridges. It's the original pressing from 74. And it has the fun little tabs you can pull apart. And I was going to put it in a sleeve this way so it would fold up like that. You open it up and you could see, but I decided not to. I just decided I didn't want to do it that way. Alrighty, so there's that. Again, my indication's the first pressing. There you go. Looks great, sounds great. I know a lot of people really didn't appreciate this album until the Ultimate Mixes one came out. I've always, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm talking about Mind Games. A lot of people didn't appreciate Mind Games until the Ultimate Mixes came out. And they're like, man, this is a masterpiece. This is such a great album. They did this to it and that to it, and it sounds so much better. I always loved Mind Games from the start. It had its problems, but every record does sometimes. So I love that record to death. I can't wait for the Ultimate Mixes on Walls and Bridges. I highly look forward to that. I'm assuming that's this year, so we'll see. Here we have a first press of John Lennon, Rock and Roll. Not one of my more favorite albums, not gonna lie to you. Never been a big fan of this just because of the song selection. There was not a lot of stuff on this one that I like. So, yeah, it doesn't get played very often. Stand By Me is probably my favorite. And Bebopalula maybe. But yeah, it's just not one that is a heavy rotation for me because I'm not a fan of a lot of the songs that's on here. And this one we talked about before when I found it at an antique place for like $5. This is a remixed thing. And it's a British pressing because it had the card in there for the free download of songs that I'm not crazy about. But they were free. Alright, moving forward we have, hey, Collectible Lennon. You know how I know? It says so right on the cover. And most of it's covered up with this funky sticker, but just to make sure I'll get the corner of it there. This is Shaved Fish. This is always one of my more favorites when I was younger because I couldn't find a lot of John Lennon solo albums at yard sales and stuff. And that's how I got my stuff when I was younger. That's the back. I love the cigarette pack. And so this was a favorite of mine. There's a lot of stuff at John's I listened to that I wouldn't have got to listen to when I was younger if it wasn't for this album. And this is, in my estimations, a first pressing according to Spicer and something on Discogs. Again, Discogs to me is problematic. Not a fan of Discogs, but I use it. And hey, just so you know, this album was sealed for your protection. I don't know what kind of danger was threatening me at the time if this album wasn't sealed, but luckily they foresaw that and sealed it so I would be protected. Love it. And this has one of the old stickers of see price chart to see how much this album was. I love original price tags. I always leave them on. I won't take them off because it's part of the history of the album, I think. And here we have Double Fantasy, John's Return in the Music World. This is a first pressing that has a wrong listing on the back of the album. Track listing does not match the album label. Side A. And I got this, apparently somebody got it used for $2.99. It's not what it cost me, but somebody got this record used for $2.99, and I've just never gotten around to taking that sticker off. You know, I don't see a dot in there. This could be $300. It's either $2.99 or $300. I'll let you decide. And we're up to Milk and Honey, which is, you know, glad to see John's stuff come out that he was in the process of doing after he passed, but you know, in a way, it's just, you can't help but feel that this kind of stuff is just kind of money grabs. You know, I'm gonna say it. Some people won't. I will. Kind of money grabs. But whatever. I bought it. Can't be too upset. John Lennon live in New York City. Very important album to have, in my opinion. Because if you get the one-to-one concerts, as you know, there's one song missing. But that song is on this album. So if you're one of those who have not purchased that because that song is missing, if you run out and buy this album, which I thought would go up in value more, but it has not. Trying to play it safe. But if you go and you buy it, you do get that one song. You get one version of it because it was played twice that day and only one version was released on here. So, yeah. If you want to know what that sounded like live, there you go. Get that album. It's on there. Get it before they take it off of there somehow. Man Love Avenue, which is not bad. It's an okay album. Again, you know, I kind of feel it's kind of a money grab, but I did buy it multiple times. Well, twice. I bought it when it originally came out, and since I've been replacing my Beatles collection, I bought it again. So there you go. And they went and used the old rainbow label on there, which is kind of cool. All right. And the last one I have, and we talked about this, I think, not too long ago. This is a bootleg of the Great Rock and Roll Circus Rolling Stones thing that was not released, as far as I know, in any other way. So this is a bootleg, but you get the one song on here, Dirty Mac, of John, Eric Clapton, Mitch Mitchell, and Keith Richards. And they were Dirty Mac and Yoko. Yeah, so they did Your Blues on here, and that's really cool. And this is an interesting, I'll show you this label because I don't know if I did last time when I first found this record or not. There's an interesting label there though. So, you who don't like dogs, don't come, or you who love dogs, don't complain. I didn't make it. I just said it was an interesting label. I didn't say I supported it. I'm just saying. Here's the back side. I'll show you this. This has everything on here that was involved with that rock and roll circus. But obviously the one track is what our interest is. I'm not a big Rolling Stones fan. I know I should be. People say you should be because of the style of music I listen to. But I'm not. So, all right. There you have it. There you are, guys. That is my John Lennon vinyl collection. And we'll do the 45s in the next video. Unless I get the one video released and the comments say, hey, yeah, we don't want to see any solo Lennon. In which case, you're not even seeing this video. I've been doing this for 22 minutes as an exercise for the next video that you did want to see. But exercises are good. Hey, so there you go. I hope you've liked this video. If you did, check it out what I found. I knew they were here somewhere. Give it a big thumbs up or a little thumbs up. It's, I don't know how size shape that it is on there. Just use that size. So you can give it a thumbs up if you like it. Maybe subscribe. You'll know when I have new content out. It's always nice to do. Right now is not a problem since I'm still out of work due to this surgery thing. And so I'm trying to get some videos done and in the bag by the time I go back. If plans go the way they should go, or I want them to go, which they never do. But if they do, hey, I'll have plenty of videos to space out for a little while. Probably 2 weeks or something, I don't know. Anyway, I'm working on it. I'm trying. Hey, this is me being the best version of me today. All right, again, I hope you liked this video. If you did, watch some of my older videos. Hopefully you'll like those too. And while I have videos going forward, I hope you tune in for those, and I hope you like those. So, otherwise, thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to know when I have new video content, because I'm getting ready to film more video content right now. We're going to go through the 45s next. And that's where we are with that. Sprinkle a little love out there today. World certainly needs a lot more love. Instead of sprinkling it, let's get a big giant bucket. Just dump it out there, because I think that's what we need to do. Other than that, one good deed for someone today. If you don't mind, please. If you have time. If you don't, hey, it's okay. Maybe tomorrow. Sometimes, like I say, those little bitty things to you mean great big things to someone else. Trying to get the fingers in the frame there. Kind of hard to do. But you know what I mean. So thanks for watching. I appreciate every single person who watches my videos, and especially the ones who comment on my videos, and especially the ones who like it, because my little feelings get all feeling-y, and I'm like, wow, nobody liked that video. But hey, maybe you're just too busy. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's all good. Thanks for tuning in at least this time, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.